Well, tomorrow we will see the debut at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Time, PST if you will, and 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, EST. We will see tomorrow morning the debut of the new Equestria Girls Special Spring Breakout. Now, how this ties in to the movie My Little Pony from 2017 will be interesting to see. But what this also marks is the start of a special week. And obviously it seems that the people at Discovery Family and Hasbro know that this upcoming week a lot of places start their spring vacation. In other words, employees, students, they all go on the spring vacation. And some just stay at home, relax, let the brain, cool down from all the thinking. And now during that time they'll be able to enjoy a little Pony Palooza, because apparently the plan is to kick off the final season in a grand way. Everything pony related, every big event and moment is all going to happen. Does this mean Discovery Family might also broadcast a premiere of the movie from 2017? Maybe, we don't know. But we do know that a week from tomorrow is the beginning of the last season. And one of the questions that I'm sure a lot of people have is what will happen? Will the Brony community, will the Brony Pegasisters community finally reach its apex? Will it finally have closure? And that is a good question. I know that there's a lot of detractors out there that would love nothing more than to basically hear or see the fandom, the Brony community, the Pegasisters community, the Riff Cafe, the analysis. They would love nothing more than for every square inch of that to fade away into the sunset. But here's the problem. Fandoms like this don't go away so easily. Communities like the Brony and Pegasisters community, the Riff Cafe, the TF Analysis, the Bronies React, you name it. A fandom like this never wavers and it never dies. A good example of this is if you look at someone like Michael Mercer. He and his wife on occasions will do reviews of classic Star Trek episodes. And even to this day, Star Trek is still looked at as a huge phenomenon. You have conventions every year that invite what's known as Trekkies to come and celebrate the love for the fandom. You have conventions here in the States and across the pond that center around Sonic the Hedgehog, Summer of Sonic, SXSW, you name it. Even the big conventions like San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con will have panels, or groups will come together in conjunction with those conventions, and along with the panels that they will attend, they'll meet up and discuss their favorite moments in Sonic. You have Transformer conventions. Even though BotCon has now been bought and evolved into HasCon, the Hasbro convention, there are still other Transformer conventions out there that celebrate Generation 1, that celebrate Beast Wars and Beast Machines, that celebrate Transformers Prime, celebrate the Transformers 1986 movie. So, to ask and wonder if this fandom will stay intact, then the answer is a definite yes. Because one, you take a look at the fact that there's a lot of folks out there on YouTube, through Equestria Daily, the My Little Pony forums, the MLP forums, the Equestria Daily forums, the Aminos, the amino apps. You have a lot of these fans that basically love to come out and give their thoughts on episodes over the past several seasons. I mean, Silverquill just wrapped up doing the entire 5th season with his review of the QD Remark. And he has 3 more seasons to go. Season 6, Season 7, Season 8, and most importantly, this upcoming season. Well, basically, he has the rest of Season 6 to get through. The entirety of 7 and 8. And then, like I said, Season 9. Voice of Reason, the same way. Lightning Bliss, same way. Josh Scorcher, a.k.a. Firebrand, the same way. Aramount, Ari, his fiancée, same thing. Dr. Wolf. Golden Fox, Keyframe. The list could go on and on. Flora, the tank... Fiora, the tank girl, the Brony critic, the editor, you name it, Saberspark, AC Race Best. They still have a plethora of a plenty of content to get through. Master Code, Watchful Pony. Again, the list could go on and on. And it's not just the show either. The IDW comic book. Whether IDW ends up under a new ownership or not. The comic book is one of the best-selling comics they have. They have spun off into various mini-series or their own series. The My Little Pony Friendship is Magic spun off a series called Friends Forever, where it focuses on 2 characters teaming together that normally you wouldn't see. They've done Equestria Girl comics. They just recently did a comic called The Nightmare Knights, focusing on Luna leading a group of ponies into battle to not only restore her power, but to save the dreams of others. You have the Ponyville Mysteries. And like I said, the list goes on and on. You still have merchandise that gets sold, that gets brought out every year. So to say that the fandom is dying, or is going to be over after Season 9, is so wrong to say. Because there's so much more to go. And with the chance that Generation 5 is going to include the same characters, but with the difference being they would be under different pony races. That itself opens the door to possibly even more content, and maybe even be able to carry on the legacy that G4, Friendship is Magic, created. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, for those out there that believe that once Season 9 is over, that the world will be freed of this fandom, this phenomenon that's known as Bronies and Pegasisters, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. If they think it's the end, they're wrong. They are so wrong. Because it's not the end, it's just the beginning. Because think about it this way. You have a lot of people that are just getting into the series now, that are binge watching through Netflix, iTunes, Amazon Prime, Google Play, you name it. They are binge watching every season, trying to catch up to the more recent and soon to be debuting Season 9. Trying to make sure they get all the information they needed, all the background information they need to know what's happening. So to say that the fandom is coming to an end, to say this phenomenon is going to burn out, is so wrong. I mean, yes, the fandom may not be as strong as it used to be, may not be as massive or overpopulated as it used to be, but it still has a beat. It still has a heartbeat that is beating stronger than it ever has, if not stronger. And I guarantee you that heartbeat is going to beat even stronger than it already has, like I just mentioned. With this being the last season, you cannot tell me that the fandom isn't going to pour their hearts out in support. In support, in appreciation of what this show has become and what this show has offered. And quite honestly, it's not over even after the season, because you got a special to go. You probably got a peripheral of specials that are going to come after to keep G4 Friendship is Magic alive and well. And you might still have the comics going. And some people even say the comics have better stories. And when a show and when its animated counterpart decides to close the book on the final chapter, it opens the door for the comics to probably become a little bit more freer, to be more lenient, to go in directions normally they haven't gone yet. But they have tried, they have done, they have teased. So like I said, to believe that season 9, this final season is the end is delusional. Because it's not the end of the fandom. In honesty, we're just getting warmed up. Like I said, we have new fans watching the series, getting involved, finding out that the person behind DC Superhero Girls was behind this. And you know what? You can thank DC Superhero Girls as well, maybe. Because when people look up the information on Lauren Faust and see she was responsible for this, it's going to drag their eyes over to here. And it's going to make them want to binge watch every single episode. Or the episodes that are needed to get an idea, to catch up to the more recent season that passed and is coming. So, to say to the fandom, so for those out there, with all due respect, for those of you that believe the fandom will be gone after this final season, you couldn't be more wrong. As a matter of fact, it's just getting warmed up, and it's just the beginning. So, I just thought I'd come out and say that, guys. Let me know what you all think down below. I'll talk to y'all later.